My name is Dr. Jeff Coggin. I'm running for Tennessee House Seat 20, which represents a portion of Blount County. And I'd like to start off with a quote, actually, Dr. John Maxwell. And he says, everything rises and falls on leadership. And I absolutely believe that. I'm about a 40-year veteran of the U.S. Air Force. I've had a chance to teach leadership. I currently teach at Heritage High School. I teach aerospace science, leadership. I'm about to begin my 8th year at Heritage, working with some incredible cadets from grades 8 through 12. So we talk a lot about leadership. So Dr. Maxwell, talking about leadership can bring up a community or a nation, and it can tear down or destroy. And so why am I motivated to run is because someone who has served in Iraq and Afghanistan, who has 2 grown children, I have my first grandson, it's important that we're looking at the next generation. I'm very concerned that our country has become very short-sighted, that we're focused just on the here and now and how much profit we can earn, and we're really not building and leaving anything for the next generation. And if anything, we're actually destroying and tearing down some of the hopes and aspirations. I'm also running as an independent. I'm absolutely feel like that partisan politics is a big part of the problem. And again, I see this in my classroom. I hear my students talk about just a lack of hope, lack of dreams, no real role models, As an independent, it is obviously going outside the system. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to ask people to think outside the box. We need leaders who are critical thinkers, who can find innovative ways to solve problems. And what I have found from just running for office this short period of time is we're stuck in a paradigm that's built on an industry for campaigns, from everything from yard signs to sending out robo-texts to just a lot of different statistical data that begs for money to be spent. And to me, money is part of the big problem in politics because it forces you to take money, spend money, and to me, that is diluting what the position should be for, and that should be leadership. So what motivates me is our children, my grandson, your children, what the future is going to hold. I think my top 2 priorities are aligned very closely with my nearly 40 years of being around the U.S. military. The first being people. I've got a doctorate, a PhD in human capital development, which is trying to help people maximize their full potential, helping people achieve their goals and dreams through the right education, training, and being in the right opportunities. And throughout my military career, and now as an instructor over at Heritage, that's what I do day to day. Is I love to help get people to the next level, prepare them. So that means you've got to be focused on people over all else. So representing people, not parties. Number 2, I spent about 20 years as a comptroller, financial officer in the United States Air Force. And every year I was told, if you misappropriate $1 of taxpayer money, you're going to go to prison. And I managed budgets from $100 million to $14 billion when I was in Iraq and also when I was doing work in Afghanistan. And so I take fiscal stewardship very, very important because here's what I know. The tax dollars we take away, whether it be property taxes or some other form of state assessed taxes or federal taxes, is taking money off the kitchen table for our families. So fiscal stewardship. I want to reduce taxes. Apparently, our country must have much more money than we need because we seem to be wasting a lot of money, or at least not prioritizing the money where it should be. So every chance I can to reduce the burden, the tax burden on our citizens, at whatever level we can do, through innovation, through smart ideas, through streamlining our government operations, putting money back on the kitchen table for the men, women, and particularly the children of this county. Some issues we're dealing with, without a doubt, is legal and illegal drug abuse, addiction, from drugs either coming in illegally into our county or our young people and older folks being enticed by drugs or possibly even by prescribed drugs that are misused. So I think that's causing a lot of addiction problems, and addiction problems also leading to a lot of mental health issues. And these are hurting the families, and I see it in my classroom. I see it in our hallways on our campus. There is more and more need for counselors, mental health counselors embedded in our schools. People who we elect, who we hire, must be trying to trend in an upward trajectory on character. It can't be about money. It can't be about fame. It can't be about power. This is a position of being a servant, and we must serve the people that we're entrusted to do the work of Blount County. So again, my name is Jeff Coggin. Cog is one of my call signs from military. Last name's Coggin. I like to put people and ideas together. I think when you bring people and ideas together, and I think if you look at my body of work, that's what I've done most of my adult life, magic happens, good things happen. So I'm just going to ask the voters of Blount County, take a look at our bodies of work, take a look at our heart, look beyond just the shallow things and ask yourself, what do we want for the next generation, for our grandchildren, for our great-grandchildren? Where do we want to be in the year 2100? And I think we all agree we want something better. We want to restore hope and trust back in our children. And it's going to start with hiring one by one the right people at the local, state, and national level. So you can find me on LinkedIn, Jeff Coggin, and you'll find my platform. You'll find some credentials. You'll take a look at all the posts from the time I started LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook, Jeff Coggin. Again, take a look, and you'll have a chance to see a little bit more about my life on a daily basis. Also, United States Independence is a Facebook page that I'm also sharing on too. I'm also on Instagram, Coggin. So again, I'm not going to ask for money. Anybody who asks for money before they even get in office is going to keep asking for money throughout their entire time they're in office, and that's not what we should be doing. We should be pushing money back out to the citizens.